Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie and today we're on day 189. I am so happy that you're here today and I hope you're doing great. We are going to be reading out of Joshua chapter 16, Jeremiah chapter 7, 2Corinthians chapter 11, but only verses 16 through 33. And then we're going to close out the day with Psalm chapter 104 and verses 27 through 30. So let's get started with Joshua chapter 16. The lot came out for the children of Joseph from the Jordan at Jericho, at the waters of Jericho on the east, even the wilderness going up from Jericho through the hill country to Bethel. It went out from Bethel to Luz and passed along to the border of the Achites to Ataroth. And it went down westward to the border of the Japhletites, to the border of Beth Horon, the lower, and on to Gezer, and ended at the sea. The children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance. This was the border of the children of Ephraim according to their families. The border of their inheritance eastward was Ataroth Adar, to Beth Horon the upper. The border went out westward at Mikmethath on the north. The border turned about eastward to Tanath Shiloh and passed along it on the east of Genoa. It went down from Genoa to Ataroth to Nara, reached to Jericho, and went out at the Jordan. From Tapua, the border went along westward to the brook of Cana, and ended at the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, together with the cities which were set apart for the children of Ephraim in the middle of the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all the cities with their villages. They didn't drive out the Canaanites who lived in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell in the territory of Ephraim to this day and have become servants to do forced labor. All right. Jeremiah chapter 7. So yeah, some more dividing up there. All right. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, Stand in the gate of Yahweh's house and proclaim this word there, and say, Hear Yahweh's word, all you of Judah, who enter in at the gates to worship Yahweh. Yahweh of armies, the God of Israel, says, Amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. Don't trust in lying words, saying, Yahweh's temple, Yahweh's temple, Yahweh's temple are these. For if you thoroughly amend your ways and your doings, if you thoroughly execute justice between a man and his neighbor, if you don't oppress the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow, and don't shed innocent blood in his place, and don't walk after other gods to your own heart, then I will cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers, from of old, even forevermore. Behold, you trust in lying words that can't profit. Will you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, burn incense to Baal, and walk after other gods that you have not known, then come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, We are delivered, that you may do all these abominations? Has this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, I myself have seen it, says Yahweh. But go now to my place, which is in Shiloh, where I caused my name to dwell at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. Now because you have done all these works, says Yahweh, and I spoke to you, rising up early and speaking, but you didn't hear, and I called you, but you didn't answer. Therefore, I will do to the house which is called by my name, in which you trust, and to the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I did to Shiloh. I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brothers, even the whole offspring of Ephraim. Therefore, don't pray for this people. Don't lift up a cry or prayer for them, or make intercession to me, for I will not hear you. Don't you see what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead the dough to make cakes to the queen of the sky, and to pour out drink offerings to other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Do they provoke me to anger? Says Yahweh. Don't they provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Therefore, the Lord Yahweh says, Behold, my anger and my wrath will be poured out on this place, on man, on animal, on the trees of the field, and on the fruit of the ground, and it will burn and will not be quenched. Yahweh of armies, the God of Israel, says, Add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices and eat meat. For I didn't speak to your fathers or command them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. But this thing I commanded them, saying, Listen to my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people. Walk in all the way that I command you, that it may be well with you. But they didn't listen or turn their ear, but walked in their own counsels and in their stubbornness of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward. Since the day that your fathers came out of the land of Egypt to this day, I have sent to you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they didn't listen to me or incline their ear, but made their necks stiff. They did worse than their fathers. You shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. You shall also call to them, but they will not answer you. You shall tell them, This is the nation that has not listened to Yahweh their God's voice, nor received instruction. Truth has perished and is cut off from their mouth. Cut off your hair and throw it away, and take up a lamentation on the bare heights, for Yahweh has rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. For the children of Judah have done that which is evil in my sight, says Yahweh. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to defile it. They have built the high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I didn't command, nor did it come into my mind. Therefore, behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that it will no more be called Topheth, or the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. For they will bury in Topheth until there is no place to bury. The dead bodies of this people will be food for the birds of the sky and for the animals of the earth. No one will frighten them away. Then I will cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land will become a waste. I'm telling you, folks, I feel like I'm reading the daily paper. I know this is history. But I'm telling you, I feel like I'm reading today's newspaper. Today's news. We have not learned a thing in all these years. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 16 through 33. Let's see what Paul says. I say again, let no one think me foolish, but if so, yet receive me as foolish, that I also may boast a little. That which I speak, I don't speak according to the Lord, but as in foolishness, in this confidence of boasting. Seeing that many boast after the flesh, I will also boast. For you bear with the foolish gladly, being wise. For you bear with a man if he brings you into bondage, if he devours you, if he takes you captive, if he exalts himself, or if he strikes you on the face. To my shame, I speak as though we had been weak. Yet in whatever way anyone is bold, I speak in foolishness. I am also bold. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the offspring of Abraham? So am I. Are they the servants of Christ? I speak as one besides myself. I am more so. In labors, more abundantly. In prisons, more abundantly. In stripes, above measure. And in deaths, often. 5 times I received 40 stripes, minus 1 from the Jews. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I suffered shipwreck. I have been a night and a day in the deep. I have been in travels often, perils of rivers, perils of robbers, perils from my countrymen, perils from the Gentiles, perils in the city, perils in the wilderness, perils in the sea, perils among false brothers, in labor and travail, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fastings often, and in cold and nakedness. Besides those things that are outside, there is that which presses on me daily, anxiety for all the assemblies. Who is weak, and I am not weak? Who is caused to stumble, and I don't burn with indignation? If I must boast, I will boast of the things that concern my weakness. The God and Father of the Lord Jesus Christ, He who is blessed forevermore, knows that I don't lie. In Damascus, the governor under King Artas guarded the the city of Damascus, desiring to arrest me. I was let down in a basket through a window by the wall and escaped his hands. We have to stop there. Darn it. Okay, Psalm 104, 27 through 30. Oh, these all wait for you, that you may give them their food in due season. You give to them, they gather. You open your hand, they are satisfied with good. You hide your face, and they are troubled. You take away their breath, and they die and return to the dust. You send out your spirit, and they are created. You renew the face of the ground. I have to admit, I'm just not thrilled about cutting up these Psalms. While they're long, so we're in Psalms 104, it has 35 verses. I've read 35 verses I'm sure I've just read 35 verses in Joshua and Jeremiah and maybe Corinthians. I don't know why we have to cut up the Psalms. Maybe when this year is over, maybe I'll just do just an everyday Psalms. I don't know. We'll see. In the meantime, we are on day 189. We still have a little ways to go, folks, before we finish up this year. Thank you for coming by and hearing these words today. I hope they cause you to think a little bit about your surroundings and what's going on in your life and how these words can apply to you today. Please come back for tomorrow, which is going to be day 190, and have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.